Today's a holiday in the US. It's a holiday that uniquely inspires cries of racist from every single group like no other American tradition. So let me just say, whatever holiday you're celebrating today, or if today is not a holiday for you, hope you're having a great day. Question: what is the point of making an agreement with someone if there's nothing to stop them from taking the benefit and then not upholding their side? The answer is nothing. You would never do that in real life. Remember in the second Star Wars movie, Empire Strikes Back, Lando Calrissian makes a deal with Darth Vader to protect Cloud City and Han Solo in exchange for trapping Luke Skywalker. After Darth Vader and the stormtroopers are allowed onto Cloud City, allowed to set the trap for Luke Skywalker, Vader takes the benefit of being allowed onto Cloud City to set the trap and then changes the deal and gives Han Solo over to Boba Fett as he'd originally planned. He threatened Leia and Chewie. I keep getting that image as I think about one of the under-discussed parts of the shutdown, and that's Democrats' demand for something about rescissions. So rescissions are a legal mechanism that allows the president to rescind spending that was passed by Congress. Importantly, that's not subject to the filibuster, so Democrats wouldn't be able to stop it if it happens in the future, which means that Republicans can do it anytime. That's already happened. There were about $9 billion in rescissions that were passed by Congress, including $1 billion for public radio. And the thing about that is, that affected rural stations whose job it is to distribute emergency warnings, like warnings for tsunamis, landslides, and volcanoes. So that actively put rural communities at risk to rescind that money. But it passed because Democrats couldn't stop it the way that they can stop the budget bill here now. So that brings us to the politics of rescissions, because Republicans say that they're gonna do rescissions, they're gonna keep doing them, and they're planning to do more. That's a poison pill for Democrats, and they know it. Democrats are, at least some of them, are on the record saying that they're not in favor of rescissions for the same logic that I said before. What's the point of that agreement? But powerful Republicans make the point that the president is super unlikely to sign legislation that somehow limits his ability to freeze or shift or cancel federal funding. So that's something of a significant impasse. Now, the question is how to talk about it, because the public does not care about rescissions. That's a word that makes people's eyes glaze over. But rescissions are actually about trust. The administration has given Democrats no reason to support them. Trump has publicly said not to deal with Democrats. He publicly denigrates them, saying that they're un-American and radical. There's no reason for Democrats to trust that Trump won't simply rescind whatever spending gets agreed to that he doesn't like as part of the shutdown. The other side is, what are Democrats even there for? Democratic voters definitely don't trust Trump and Republicans. Their job in Congress would be to represent the constituents who, again, have no reason to trust that the administration and Republicans would uphold their word. So the question of how to talk about it, how to advocate for it, how to get the public on your side is a live one. And I think it's actually relatively simple. You just tie it into the ask, because people don't really care about the procedure or what it's called. It just makes sense. You say, we want the Obamacare subsidies extended, we want the Medicaid cuts rolled back, and we want to prevent Trump from undoing the deal after the fact. That's it. That's it. And what that actually means legislatively in terms of Senate rules, in terms of legislation, that matters a lot less than the basic principle here, which is that it's impossible for Democrats to make a deal if there's nothing they can do to stop Republicans from going back on it once Republicans have the votes. That's pretty simple. As I watch Republicans hardening their stance in the shutdown, and I watch Trump trying to dangle things in front of Democrats that he seems to think is going to spur them to drop their opposition here, I think it's important for Democrats especially, and for everyone watching, to keep in mind that rescissions have to be on the table. Otherwise, any deal that comes out of this is completely meaningless. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris with How to Politics.